Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well. So today I'm very excited, as usual, to bring you guys another live training. This is kind of like one of my Bossy Woman chats kind of series thing, where I just kind of want to talk to you guys about things that come up for me in my life, and want to hopefully pass down some wisdom to you guys to help you along your journey. So today's topic is how to step into your power as a leader in your business to create bigger impact. So just to give you guys some background as to how this came up, is because as of late I have been asked to do a speaking engagement and to be featured in a magazine and a few other things that's popped up that are opportunities to kind of get myself out there in a bigger way. And it just got me thinking of like how far I've come in such a short amount of time, because in the beginning of my journey, when I first started kind of doing Bossy Woman and my online business, I was super afraid to tell other people about what it was that I was really doing. And it was kind of, I don't know, I felt really awkward and weird. Like I wasn't stepping up, owning my power, stepping into leader position, like at all. Like if people would ask me what I did, I would just say, oh, like I just do freelance, like, oh, or if I try to explain it, it would come out so awkwardly. I would just be like, oh, this online business thingy type, like help people. Like it just didn't come out right. I wasn't confident. I didn't feel like a leader whatsoever. So now, after kind of spend some time obviously working on my confidence and my leadership skills, and now being confident enough to do like speaking engagements and featured in magazines, like I wanted to give you guys my tips on how I kind of was able to cultivate this within myself. And I have 3 tips, which is pretty usual. I usually have three tips. I find it nice to condense it and make it easy for you guys to implement in your lives. Before I get into the tips, I wanted to mention though, because I've gone through this journey of kind of in the beginning, like not being confident and maybe not feeling totally qualified or whatever fears that come up, because fear is always a huge thing when you're going into a new avenue that you've never done before, something you've never done, something that's big and major and life-changing. Fear is always going to pop up. So after having gone through that, I wanted to mention that, you know, part of it is that no one is going to give you like a certificate, like you've made it, like here you go, you are finally this or that or whatever. Like it's up to you to decide, okay, you know what, I am a leader and this is how I'm going to show up. So I think that having a business is not just about, you know, making money and, you know, having personal freedom and all of that. It's also about showing up as a leader, being a leader, helping to inspire others, and creating that impact. So I really think that's so important that a lot of people don't focus on at all. And obviously, like, making money is amazing and getting clients and all of that jazz. But, you know, standing for something bigger and yeah, shining your light on the world, showing people what's possible for them is just so impactful and powerful. So that's really why I wanted to hit on this topic, and I wanted to hopefully help you guys get along that path. So, and also Bossy Woman, that's what we're all about here. It's about empowering women to be their own bosses, to really step into their power fully. So that's another reason why I thought this was great for a Bossy Woman chat. So now gonna get right into the tips. So the first tip I wanted to give was to own your accomplishments. So if you're in this online space, if you're running an online business or striving to, that means that you have some sort of expertise in some area of your life, right? You've overcome something, or you've gain some skills in an area, you feel like an expert, you feel like you can really help people, right? So this part of kind of stepping into that leadership role is owning what you've accomplished. Like, you've done a lot. Give yourself credit for it, and don't be afraid to talk about it, to really embody that. And one thing that helped me in the beginning of my journey was when I was kind of feeling like a little bit unsure of myself and kind of feeling like, oh, am I qualified? Like, it just didn't make any sense, because I have like over a decade worth of business and marketing experience in corporate, and I have like a master's and a bachelor's in marketing and digital, and like I've had so much experience. Like, I've hired multiple coaches as well to help me to kind of translate that into the online space. Like, I'm more than qualified at this point. And for some reason, again, it's like your ego, your mind can really play games with you and can really mess you up and trip you up. So it's really about reminding yourself, reinforcing yourself, I am awesome. And one thing that helped me was creating lists, like making lists of what I've done and what I've accomplished. And I feel like I had to remind myself, like, you've done this, you have this qualifications, you have this master's, you got honors in this, and you did this award, and just writing it down on paper and just really pumping myself up and showing myself, like, look at how freaking qualified you are. Like, don't ever let doubt come in your head again. So that is something that I think would be helpful for you guys if you're kind of in that phase where you're a little bit unsure of yourself. It's new. It's also new. Write a list. Just write a list. Just like, like loving on yourself and giving yourself that, like, amp yourself up and giving yourself proof that you are worthy, you are qualified, you are amazing, and you are a leader. So doing that really helped me. And just like every day, like, pump yourself up, like whatever you have to do, just be like, yeah, I'm all that. So just tell yourself that. Even if you don't believe it, just keep doing it, because eventually your brain will start to say, oh yeah, that's that. You are all that. You are amazing. You are a leader. So just positive reinforcement is the way to go. So own your accomplishments, own what you've done, and yeah, just like, don't be afraid to put it out there. So that's the first one. The second one is this is like a common phrase, is just fake it till you make it. And yeah, this couldn't be more true in this instance. And it's because in the beginning as well, a lot of times if you haven't had like loads of clients or any clients, or if you feel like you're just in the beginning, it can feel weird for you to like pitch yourself to maybe publications, to do like guest posts or writing or whatever. But the funny thing is, this is what is going to help you to establish yourself as an expert and a leader, is to pitch yourself. And what you really need to do is just embody the energy of who you want to be. So this is a mindset hack that I've talked about before. I think I emailed it to my email list. It's just like, think about that next level you, that next level version of you. How does she act? How does she behave? What does she think about herself? How does she run her business? And just embody that energy of her now. Become her now, and just feel that as much as you can. So then when you show up in your business, when you show up through like pitching people, or if someone approaches you for something, you are going to have practiced that energy and practice building up your confidence. So really just thinking about that, and really just shedding the old shell of who you were, because most likely you weren't a business owner before, just so you're working for someone, you're an employee. So just really working every single day on shedding that shell of who you were, so that you can really step into who you want to be, the next level you, and just embody her every single day as much as humanly possible. You want to cultivate and exude confidence within yourself as much as possible. And it's really just practice. People who are most confident, literally, I think it's like, I'm pretty sure most of the time it's just like forcing yourself to feel that way about yourself, and just, practicing. And one thing that is really helpful is when like I mentioned before, when people would ask me what I did, I was like, oh, I'm a freelancer or blah. Like, I wouldn't really say what it was, like not very clearly or very well. So like doesn't portray confidence, does it? Right? So one thing I did was actually I practiced my like intro pitch or elevator pitch, so that when people would ask me, or if I was doing an interview or something, I would be able to quickly and easily tell people what I did in a very concise manner. So really figuring out what that is for you, and practicing, even in the mirror, just practicing and saying out loud to yourself, like, I do this and this. So for me, I normally tell people at this point, what I've got that lockdown is that I run an online business that teaches business and marketing strategies to aspiring female entrepreneurs. So that's normally what I say, super in a nutshell. It's very clear. People understand what I'm doing, what I'm saying. So for you, you can have your own version. And a framework people do is like their one-liner is like, I do this, or I help this type of people to do I help this group of people do this so that they can do this. So like that's kind of like a fill in the blank format of like how you can articulate what you do. So really practicing it, owning it, feeling good about it, and just being like, yes, like I am an online business owner, or I am this, or whatever it is that you're doing, and feel really proud and confident to tell people what you're doing, because that's something that I feel like people don't really talk about much. And it took me a while to get the hang of it and to feel like I wasn't bullshitting when I was telling people that I was an online business owner. Like I had to like wrap my head around it and to feel comfortable with saying that, rather than saying like I work for this company or I do this. Like I don't know, it's kind of a crazy thing that happens, but yeah, just practicing that and feeling good about it. So yeah, it's all about screwing that imposter syndrome as much as possible, getting over that crap and just owning it. Like being confident. One tip I recently learned was finding your like theme song. So like know a song or look for a song that really pumps you up, and just like every time you listen to it, then you're reminded of like how awesome you are, how great you are, how much confidence you have, and just really yeah, doing whatever you can to get into that energy, get into that mode, that state of mind. Yeah, so just tell yourself that you're all that and show up that way throughout your entire business and throughout your life. Just continuously show up that way. Keep practicing. Do it again and again and again. And before you know it, it'll just be automatic. So that's number 2. And then the last one, the last tip I wanted to say is to share your vision and share your message with others often. And so one of the things in Bossy Woman that I think is slightly different from a lot of online business coaches or businesses is that I'm really about cultivating sharing a bigger mission and a message, and really figuring out what your brand values are, what your values are, what you're about, who you are, and just really portraying that to your tribe, because then you can attract people who also want to be a part of that mission. So for me, Bossy Woman is about women empowerment, right? Tapping into your full potential, becoming who you're meant to be, and just fully embodying the best version of yourself. That is what I'm most passionate about, and that's what I want Bossy Woman to embody. For you to be the boss of your life and to be unapologetic. So that's kind of something that I strive to share often. I strive to, even within the name Bossy Woman, like I just strive to portray this so that people who also love that mission, who agree with that, can also be a part of my tribe. Hopefully you're in here and you agree with that as well. So yeah, this helps to position yourself. This helps sets you apart. Position yourself in the market as someone who stands for XYZ, as opposed to other people who are just maybe a little bit more generic. I mean, at the same time, everyone has their own personality, so that kind of sets them apart, but just even take it a step further and again, create like a bit of a movement and a mission and your vision, and just attract the right people to you. So this tends to be super inspiring and is something that attracts people to your brand. So that's kind of where opportunities are able to arise, where people are really interested in what you're doing. They want to feature you. They want you to be on their podcasts, etc., which further kind of catapults you into that leadership role, that expert role. Yeah, it's a big part of stepping into your full power, I think, is just really, again, not being afraid to share your message and your vision, and yeah, and allow the people who also agree with you to hop on board. So yeah, those are the 3 tips that I have for stepping into your power as a leader, so you can create bigger impacts. And so just to recap really quick: own your accomplishments, own who you are, pump yourself up. Don't be afraid to own that and to tell people about it. Number 2, fake it till you make it. Create confidence within yourself. Just practice. Practice being confident. Find your like feel good theme song, whatever you need to do every single day. Cultivate that within yourself, embody that energy of the next level version of you. And then number 3 is to share your vision and share your message to inspire others often as possible. Let people know who you are, what you're about, so that they can join you and be inspired by you, and then change their lives from that. So I really hope these tips helped. Before you go, I did want to mention quickly, I do have a few spots left in my one-on-one at my current price point before my prices go up again. So if you're interested, I'm going to leave a link in the comments of this video. so that you can book a call if you want. We can chat and see if we are a good fit to work together. So I'm just gonna drop the link now. With me. So in case you're on here and you want to do it, okay, yeah, there. So drop the link in there. And so yeah, if you're interested, holler at your girl. And if not, then all good. And I will see you next week for another maybe Bossy Woman chat or live training. We'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. And yeah, it was super great to chat with you guys, and hopefully have a great weekend. So we'll talk soon. Bye.